frags in that overtime affair on train, pulled them kicking and screaming at times. But it's a fresh start, and already Simple catching a Glock to the face. He's going to get spanked into submission if he's not careful. Gets across, gets away. He's still re-peeking. The man has got a death wish. Lives to tell the tale, and they're heading long.
He lives for Electronic to actually make it around towards A as well, in good timing too, and the reaggress to boot. Now, as you noted, long had been garnered. That control switched over towards Astralis, but they've taken themselves back through those bathrooms.
He's got Simple to try and bait him in here. Jumping for the info. Nothing showing just yet. Uh-oh. He hears the pins and he takes the head off of Magisk. That's a great shot. The smoke did leave his hands though, and Simple falling away from the site. Surprised he didn't flirt with a boost there with 2 bank, but perhaps predictable.
There's no flank. This is all going to be coming through spawn.
Oh, these Glocks do really become that touch more powerful. Up close, personal. Crossfire's being... S-attack? Ooh, easy now. He's playing the nutmeg and he gets it. Boomich goes down 2 there now. Oh, S-attack! What a way to start it in combination with Dupree. This was a shutdown and a very confident start.
Yeah, ready as those smokes faded to take those fights for Astralis, and that is a great way to kick off the final map here this evening. Bai will be coming back out on the Astralis side of things. SMG heavy, as we can see 3 MAC-10s, a UMP being purchased on in S-attack, will probably be left with picking up the single rifle, AK now being bought. And the force buy from NaVi. Simple on the Scout, 3 CZ-75s, and Flamey on the Deagle. There's a couple of smokes in play.
Oh, the flashes, that's
good flash.
Perfect. Nothing early, gives Simple that false sense of security. He plays anti-flash, he thinks, okay, maybe it's time for some info, and then bang, white screen, star eliminated. Door eliminated now. Boomich can peek, can S-attack, can frag. Little gift presented by NaVi here. Seems like Astralis are off to a flying start.
Good beginning, and keep in mind this would be a reverse sweep, which is... never really happens. And 2 of these kills could have just happened. Neither of them come through for NaVi, but they had 2 quite opportune moments to be sneaky, try and bring those uncomfortable pistols.
Yeah.
Magisk at least to bear.
He gets 2. He'd have been happy with that. He doesn't quite manage to convert into glaive. So it's a 2-0 to keep things going, keep that pool rolling. And now it will be time for a full eco on the NaVi side of things. The fact that Astralis have 3 SMGs as well, it really doesn't get better than that.
And one of the things that NaVi can do on their CT sides, because of the proficiency even of Electronic and Simple, is leave one of them to solo the A side and do 4-man B leans. And Astralis in the past on their T side have shown that they like to go for the quicker B plays. So that could be one to watch for. NaVi having to decide when to gamble or if that's something they want to do time and time again. But as we get underway in round number 3, it'll be the long stack coming on through. 4 players pushed on forward, and just over towards B will be the man himself, Simple. Deagle in hand. Oh, dinked on up. Device is kept on notice, but that's going to mean that they're going to funnel in towards the B site. Simple's already been taken care of, and this one here should be quite easy for Astralis to convert right now.
Yeah, Glaive's communicated to Device that it's action coming his way, and he's absolutely cleanly collecting so much cash. This is all on your AWPer, by the way. Oh, lovely. That's all 4 for Device. Yet to go down, and finding himself 2,400 kill rewards with that SMG. Throw an extra 300 on the CZ. Actually, no, wait. What is the kill reward for the CZ? Isn't it 50?
$100.
It is 100, yeah.
Yeah.
It was still weird after the CZ dominance we had so many years ago.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I suppose you could make the argument that it gets a little bit more. You could even notch it back up to the 300 like you would with the P250, but I guess they consider it to be too powerful. And speaking of powerful, it will be Simple going for that solo man A play. Aggressive, poking forward, will be flashed and smoked out of play. And that 4-man B lean on the first gun round here for NaVi that I was prefacing. There's no rush right now, but Astralis could still finish towards this side of the map. So playing in limbo will be Electronic. Utility being deployed, not a single defuse kit in play. And Astralis just slowly combing across Overpass here as they take control of Connector. And Bathrooms looks like it'll be the next port of call. Bomb postured over towards the B side of things. Means we're likely for a B play finish. Flemmy sees nothing, and that's bad info because they are tucked in. More fake nades over towards the A side of things. Smokes, flashes galore.
Oh, Boomich, is he rotating?
He is.
So 3 on A now.
Selling them a bit of a kipper. And if they see Device or Glaive, even more so, they'll be more than happy. The double stack towards Monster, though, on the B side is still going to be something to have to get past. It looks like they're falling away from this as well.
We're
down
bad
to 50
smoke
seconds.
from Glaive. I think that was a bad smoke on the A site. And Electronic's going to catch Device lurking as well. They can get their rotation on. Glaive trying to get his way up short. Molly keeps him at bay. 3 from Monster Tunnel as well. Flamey has his incendiary. Where does he choose to deploy it? Time is on his side here. 30 seconds. They still haven't left the Monster Tunnel. That's a good one. There we go. Bit too deep. Does stop the swing at least. Forces them down the funnel. And they will start their charge. 20 seconds. Glaive already low.
This is brutally hard. Simple's already going to find Dupree. And a plant like this is very bold. Mages has to stand and deliver. He does, as Boomish Electronic trying to play this back through. That Mac 10 just tears him up.
Yeah, there's nothing Electronic can do now. He's going to give it a good go. They are low. So is he. Down to 69. He's not ready for Glaive. The molly's good. He's expecting someone's close. He can do it. Forces Magis to swing, and Electronic runs out of bullets. The P2K hunt. He's turning the corner. Might have to hold it. Doesn't have a kit. This gets awkward fast. No kit. Hoping that Magis calls the bluff. Pushes in. P2K not clean enough. And Astralis remain undefeated here on the T-side start of our final map.
Wow, that one got real close there. Electronic with a decent shot in that one there, but Magus collecting 4 kills in that round, and that was his first 4. You can see here, starting with 0, big shot onto Simple, the Danger Man, up towards Heaven, and then these 2 next frags. Wow, that secured it right there. The 1v1 against Electronic was won because we knew that that kit was not in play, and a massive round for Astralis here. Will just be the pistol upgrade again for NaVi. Electronic opting to go for the MP9. Deagles for Flamey and Simple. All NaVi need is to steal away one of these, and it's usually some of their specialty rounds that come with the lower buys. Electronic has 2 on the other side. Magus going to Dupree pushing through connector. Another molly. And he's going. Did a flash miss there? Was one meant to come through the windows?
It's possible. Flamey doesn't have any flashes remaining. I don't know whether he started the round with one. My attention was elsewhere, but with only the Deagles and the CZ75s, this one is primed to be an Astralis conversion.
I want to see if they can keep it really clean. Obviously, Simple is really good at garnering bits and pieces, but looking at the T side, they've got so much utility.
He wants
There's
to try and
smoke
jump
to fade into. Now, this is fun.
Yeah, he could do a lot with this. If they run past him. Simple. Only a Desert Eagle and armor. There's 3 players expecting him to be clear. Element of surprise, he strikes, but it's only 1. Astralis were quick to react, and now it is only Flamey. He's gone 2. So, multi-kills are plenty. We're seeing 6-1 in favor of Astralis in multi-kill rounds at this point in time.
His money is huge. He's going to reinvest on 10k. Glaive's at 9k as well. The bank is really quite lush for Astralis.
All right, well, the AWP back out for Simple here. This time they do have a defuse kit. Electronic has that on his utility belt. Utility also in question. Everybody having all the goodies besides Simple. No AWP needed as Astralis are happy to contest with 5 AK-47s. Extinguishing the smoke gives up the sound cue that a player could have crossed towards playground. And there's no forward aggression from NaVi as they just simmer on down into a default hold. 2 towards A, that's Electronic in the bathroom position dealing with long. Simple over towards the divider with the AWP. There's a timer on this, has to be concerned with connector. And eventually we'll have to drop on back.
Astralis really are presenting quite the enticing application for a ESL Pro League victory here. Looking reserved, composed, and ready. Flash down monster, 2 of them to be specific, but in fact, those speculative shots do connect, albeit lightly. They're changing their mind. They're changing their direction. I'm intrigued. I mean, they're right to make the call. There's 3 CTs rotated in to receive a monster push. It would have gone disastrously wrong. Electronic is aware of this relocation, though, and he's actually positioning himself to at least hear the sound cues. If not, take the bomb out of the equation. What a shot. What a scalp. Dear. His retreat could be caught off. I assume that's the oh dear from your lips there, Chad.
Yeah, is Simple ready for this? That's the question. Glaive trying to take space.
Ooh, you can see his head. Now on the reposition, Glaive knocks it off. Electronic, though, with the double still maintaining for the NaVi squad. They have the numbers advantage. The flash is perfect. Buys even more time for this rotation to come in. He is burnt out of the spray, and not quite enough onto dupreeh. Boomich yet to frag, not a single one. The smoke enables the plant. They have to get through Boomich though.
Time, 9 seconds, 8. They've got to make this work now. And now the bomb goes down. It has to stay. They cannot get off this one, and Flamey's found Magisk. And now the 2v2 begins. Keep in mind, dupreeh HP is low.
Whoa, they can get on it. They haven't though. Only Kit is on Flamey, and he's the one hunting. They don't know. They really don't, and he's going to have to call their bluff here. Fortunately, it is a fake. dupreeh looking to clutch up with just 15 points of health, and he gets the first. Now he can relocate a smoke to play around. He knows he's low. The smoke will help, hoping to draw the spray. Perfecto running out of time here. He does find the frag, and he has got the time. Picks up the kit off his corpse, and that's the first for NaVi.
All right, well, that was down to the wire, and no AWP. Yeah, Perfecto didn't get an AWP there, so there'll be no AWP in play for the CT side of NaVi going into round number 7. They will just have to operate with these rifles. And that's going to be sketchy at best. Electronic with this opening kill, and then being able to convert more over towards the A side of things made sure that the pressure wasn't too much, and Perfecto with the clutch. So good stuff there from the newest NaVi edition. MP9 for Boomich. Famis out for Flamey. Kit's in play again, but the buy is much better for Astralis. Still no AWP. I'm not feeling they need that. They're working with a boatload of cash for ESL. dupreeh, Device, Glaive, all going forward, can rebuy. Look at this aggression. Electronic again kicking the action off here. Double kill.
Man possessed, and the bomb dropped as a fake. Oh, it certainly works out for Glaive as he equalizes in kind. Electronic thought he'd started off with a crazy man advantage, but immediately Glaive grabs hold of the reins and controls this NaVi horse. Here's Simple, though.
You're not expecting that.
Knocked Device off of his hooves. Bomb way back, disconnected from the pack. It is ESL and Glaive. Opting for the boost here. Now, notice this pixel walk. Some people sitting there in matchmaking screaming at me to boost and then don't stand here. Very optimal. See how much of the ramp he can clear. You can even kill that close CT on the ramp. Does require a sound cue to dismount. Seems Glaive all right with that. No one close to report. So Heaven smokes and flashes. Is this the commitment? It'd be right to do so. It is only Perfecto there, but the bomb still has to be retrieved. This is where things get a little tough.
But they've got 2 more smokes now to play with as well, so they can kind of double down on this. They could almost make NaVi believe, oh, well, that was just a fake after they found nothing on the boost. Maybe we heard that, maybe we didn't.
Oh, I can see
they come back around.
Here. If Glaive gets spotted as attack swings, okay. Losing Glaive is the problem because now they need to pick up the bomb. It's a long road back. They'll have rotated in time. He does have a smoke. He'll have to deploy that to plant the bomb. They're closing up the gap, though. They're walking in on him. They may be able to contest this plant. Takes a risk, gets the frag, doesn't have time, and Simple doesn't hesitate, picking up the double. Now with NaVi finding their second, and that's in a row, if I'm not mistaken. That puts us now into contention for Astralis having that money broken. It's still plentiful for now. 9K on Glaive before he makes a purchase. Might have to drop one for Magisk. But starting to keep the Astralis money honest, and quite the contrary for NaVi. Look at this. This is after 2 rounds wins in a row, Chad, and they're presenting MP9s and FAMASs.
Yeah, it's just how close these rounds have been. Unable to convert cleanly, NaVi, so far, but this time the AWP will come out for Astralis. They're starting to whittle away that reserve of cash they had from their streak of 5. And if NaVi can continue to fight with this kind of a scrappy buy, then, well, we could have Overpass locked and loaded for the CIS squad. Passive over towards long this time. You can see that Electronic and Simple are tucked in quite passively towards the bathroom area. And once again, there is a timer on this. Overpass is a map where you tend to hedge on the CT side. You do a stack over towards A, normally towards long or bathrooms. And then at one point, a rotation will have to come in from that B site, or you'll have to drop back and turtle into the site. The option this time is the rotation on a fragless Boomich coming on over with an M4, so a good weapon for the job.
Now would be a fantastic time for Boomich to come online. He's got the best weapon of the bunch. Electronic standing his ground here. There's a chance he's grey screened, and he was, yeah, completely visible to dupreeh, and completely grey screen. Now another frag, white screen for Simple. They are using their utility to perfection, and using dupreeh as well as that spearhead. Device catching another Boomich exposed, and a safe call made with only MP9s. I mean, that's just no fun. No fun for anyone.
it's better than nothing.
He's hunting. Look at this. Astralis really are keen for the stomp to reverse sweep NaVi.
Yeah, look, it's better than nothing to hold on to these, and maybe they can find Magus, can get themselves a rifle here, but as soon as Flamey gets that kill, that's a tag will swing.
Or not. Oh, there's two AKs.
Well.
Holy
Okay.
moly, suddenly this save gets real.
They're not bad upgrades whatsoever, and because of okay. Can he get another Flamey? Look at all this damage.
Just when their economy was getting shattered, he's doing some fantastic work to break Astralis.
Perfecto needs to get over to one of these guns, though. He should. If he exits through Monster, he'll be all right, but if he goes... Don't go for the connector gun. Device is waiting.
Don't. Oh, no.
He's got it. Look at that. Daylight robbery right there.
5-finger discount on that one. Bloody hell.
Some good kills from Flamey here. I definitely thought the ESL had him every day of the week. And then the fact that he gets this third kill as well. Great stuff there from Flamey to get himself up to 4 kills. But up to 6 rounds is Astralis. Simple has the AWP. There's 2 AKs out on the field. MP9 for Perfecto. Boomich down to the CZ. So this is a decent buy. But they need to get another one on the board here. NaVi or Astralis are going to start running away with this. Actually get the potential for an AWP v AWP duel as Device heading over towards Long. That's also where Simple resides right now. Back behind the flower bed. Flash over towards Long. Doesn't wince, doesn't move. Maintains vision. And already Astralis is setting up for one of these B plays. NaVi, in the meantime, have 4 members ready and raring to go as Electronic playing over towards that Heaven position is helping them out in these early stages.
And yes, it is a weaker buy, but having 2 rifles here and an SMG on a choke point like that, very serviceable. Boomich even with the CZ does get a fair bit of flak there, but damage dealt right back. Perfecto tries to abscond from the fight for a second, but Magisk is having none of it. He got the 4 from working up here before, and he might be trying to do something similar. Where's Simple in this? Still pretty far away, maybe even unsure of if now's the time to come in. Boomich finds so much room, but these shots are going anywhere but where he wants.
Oh, look.
But Simple's showing him how to do it until Device denies the comeback.
They've
But now
made it-
Electronic.
Exactly. They've made it enough so as not to be too much of a mouthful for Electronic. A clutch on the agenda, tagging up Magisk. He's already got 3 frags. Magisk hunting for the 4th. He won't get it. The transfers are realistic. Device fights, and just with 7 points of health, the scales tip in Astralis' favor once more.
Money now for NaVi. This is just going to have to be a partial investment right now. They can't buy in with that much. It would be a classic NaVi maneuver if they do. But it felt like it was almost good enough, and...
God.
Oh, dear. The Tech 9. Electronic falls, and another round on the board for Astralis. And this is the thing, it just has to be that partial investment from NaVi. They're about to give away 8, and that's Astralis already winning this half. Overpass is going very, very quickly, and Magisk almost plucking him out of the sky there. NaVi need a miracle round. They need someone to step up individually with these pistols to get some inspiration back in the camp.
I'm sure that actually could be a pretty compelling factor. NaVi, after almost bringing back and closing out on Train to lose in OT, after Astralis probably feeling themselves after that half and closing out, the picture gets painted very differently when you look that way at it now. Couple stacked up on short. Dupree gonna deal with 1, spots out Boomich. Gonna encourage the nade from Magisk. Doesn't quite find anyone he wanted. Perfecto gets a touch of damage. But for now, looking at Electronic trying to capitalize on Glaive. Ooh, the CZ's quite deadly here. Glaive commits to it, and now Simple. Again, there is damage to be done, and Dupree is a little low. If there's a clean kill from Simple, then sure, it's scary. But now all that fear and fright is quelled unless that bomb gets dropped somewhere. The chances of this going any other way than Astralis's banks on very fine margins, and this could be one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so classic though. As soon as you start making some legway into the site, you check it, and Device has.
Perfect.
That's enough to confirm that this round is theirs. So, whilst Perfecto does still live, I'm afraid the dreams of a 3rd round will very much die with him.
Now, this isn't like Train for everybody playing at home. The 13-2 first halves that we had from both of those teams, or CT halves, sorry, from both of those teams, that's Train, right? You'd expect the CT side lockouts to come in, not to that regard.
Realistic,
but it's
though.
possible,
Yeah.
right? It's definitely possible. T-sides can get stumped. You can play them with the rotations. You can keep their utility in the bin. You can stop them from getting the plants down and really negate the amount of gun rounds they can work with. But this is the T side of Overpass. And I guess at this point, when you've already won the half as Astralis here, we're only going into round number 11. The scoreline's 8-2. Whatever they add at this point, they're more than happy with, right? They've already done above and beyond. You're looking at 9-6 halves, 10-5 traditionally for a map like Overpass, and Astralis have exceeded that with ease. Now, to bounce back, NaVi need to respond, and the double orbs that were successful for them over there on Train are back out. Flamey and Simple will be wielding those. Only one defuse kit on Boomich, light utility to work with here. It isn't the full kit. They need to make something work here, NaVi, because the grand final is running away from them, and Astralis look like they might be getting their third ESL Pro League title under their belt.
And we say it like they meant to have it. This was a lower bracket run. You don't get good finals normally at a 0-2 start. NaVi picking up was Dust 2 feels like a lifetime ago now.
Lauren, you normally don't get the chance to run it back through the lower bracket.
100%.
We don't run a double elimination format. So Astralis with a lifeline, they've taken it, and they are almost converting it. So great stuff from Astralis.
I see Molotovs, I see Astralis, I see Smokes, I see B.
That's Flamey, though. Doing well to find the first. Magisk has penetrated the site, though, and that's going to stir up the pot, making Flamey a little paranoid, missing his shot. That costs him dearly. This could have been a multi-spray down for Boomich. Instead, though, it's a 2 versus 3, and Magisk has got 3 frags already. Simple finding 1 does keep us in contention. Certainly a gap in that smoke that could be exploited. Magisk doesn't want to rush this plant, catching Simple, but here comes the push, and just as he pulls out his nades, Electronic strikes. Device, Delta dud hand, a clutch required.
Oh, we might have seen the shadow there of Simple as he progressed back through that smoke.
He holds it, brave.
Oh my God.
What a shot, he spots Simple. Device, you wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't jiggle out with a Tech 9 against Simple. You would, okay? Fine. Grabs himself the AK and jumps up. Looking good with the spray. Simple descends. Looking above the smoker's Device. A 1 versus 2. And they're untouchable. Astralis find a 9th. Just pulling down the Panzer NaVi. They're on 3.8 now. Money broken. Reverse sweep likely.
He's predicted the rotation to heaven from Simple there. And the reason I say that is he stayed crouched as he moved towards the sandbag position. We're about to get a replay. Look at
shot.
this. Staying crouched so he can't be seen from heaven. And then this adjustment, the smoke playing around it. Great stuff here from Device, finishing things off with that Tech 9. 9 on the board now. NaVi, they are in the bin.
The reactions from Glaive, he always looks like he's just received his, like, the dream Christmas gift. Whenever there's a clutch.
You were listening throughout the year.
This is it. This is the garage I always wanted, Dad. Thank you. My Hot Wheels are going to go so well here, you know? Regardless, Electronics only got a CZ75, so unfortunately, his wheel's not too hot. Neither Boomich, and he's looking to concede his 12th death here. Glaive's the one to hand it out. Not to be.
Ooh.
8 HP. Lives to tell the tale.
What do we have left? Perfecto, Flamey, and Simple. And Astralis seem to have a firm grip around the necks of NaVi at the moment. Dupree ensuring that no one can push from B, get any information, find any potential ways to play. And that bomb yet to be recovered. It's still just sitting kind of somewhat in limbo. It hasn't been touched just yet.
I said they needed a miracle round on these low-buy pistols before. They need more than that here as the number disadvantage and Simple going down as well. So Astralis, they're looking to run away with this. This should be 10. This is not how you want the final map to go. If you are just a fan of Counter-Strike, you don't want them to fizzle on out, but that's what's happening right now. Astralis are looking way too good.
Way, way, way too good. I mean, this is how you make a NaVi Overpass CT side look irrelevant. They picked up 2 rounds so far, and they were paired together after this slew of 5 that started Astralis' T side off. But yeah, calculated, well thought out. It's just another day in the office for Astralis' 10th here.
Someone just wrote, spam this peepo. Let me find it again. I want to make sure it's right. Spam this peepo for the reverse sweepo.
It's just wild to think how Astralis' run started within the playoffs, right? They topped their group. They kicked the tournament off. They lost to Complexity.
Sweet, he's doing great.
Yep.
Oh, Complexity, fair enough.
It was a good group run. Then they lost to Heroic, like handedly. They were absolutely destroyed by Heroic within that series. It was 2 16-7 losses back-to-back, Vertigo and Nuke. And then they've run the gauntlet of the lower bracket, right? Spirit was the first up. They took them down. Complexity, hamstrung, with Native Sapphics coming in to fill the shoes of Obo. They get taken out of the picture. mousesports in their honeymoon period with BMAS, they're looking hot. They're looking on fire. They have some flair about them with those spicy riflers. Well, they test Astralis, but Astralis walk away. And then they get that rematch against Heroic. And they beat them in 2. 2 close games, but they beat them in 2. And now against NaVi, they started 2-0 down after Dust 2. And they battled back with what is feeling like 3 straight maps.
This is crazy. They could be close wall right now. He knows it now. Magisk could punish. No flashbang though, and so Simple does get the luxury of repositioning after that.
And, well, they're holding out for a hero as NaVi, and Simple can be one of those. And maybe he does have to play some of that almost unorthodox against the odds Counter-Strike to try and make this half look somewhat recoverable. 10 rounds already against you is feeling pretty harsh. But Simple, this could be the time to do it, the time to strike. Already contact made. Isolates one, quick as anything as ever. He just goes down to readjust. Where does he go now? Where does he take the warp now? Backs away, falls to a new angle.
Boomich is rotated in. Astralis are happy with this though. This is what they hoped their presence would cause, pulling out any additional utility. 2 of them on monster side, leading that way. If Esatag doesn't jump across, he's got the bomb as well, so this is all smoke and mirrors. Gap in that smoke. Perfect incendiary. They've only got 30 seconds. Glaive's going to be a big part of this because they've already lost the bomb. Device trades. Flamey's there as well, trading again. There's room for the bomb plant now. This has to be Navi's round. And Device, he's the only healthy one. If Dupree could find 1, that's more than you could ask of him.
That's all you could ask, but Device goes down. It's on Dupree, 4 HP and 3 very angry CIS players coming his way. Electronic keeps control. Orb still in play, and NaVi get their 3rd on the board. This has to be everything now for NaVi. All of these rounds have to come in. I don't see, if you get more than 10, this is it, right? Like, I really can't see it otherwise.
Zonic has said that an 11-4 half is like the most deceptive in Counter-Strike, right? Because an 11-4, and then if you're on that team with 4, you go and you win the pistol, you convert against the force, you win the freebie eco, and you win the first gun round. Well, the game's back on, right? That's how quick it can go. And those are the pace-setting rounds of a half. So NaVi, let's set 4 as the minimum. There's 2 rounds left. If they can get to 4 and they win that T-sided pistol, we can really start painting a picture. But right now, Astralis, if they get these next 2 rounds and we see ourselves at 12-3 on the T half, that is phenomenal stuff. And once again, the buy not great for NaVi. 2 AWPs carried across, Perfecto down to that MP9. He's just taken a huge chunk of damage there, down to 40, and it looks like they're postured for B again.
Yeah, different pace to it though. Especially considering that when Magisk has walked straight into Flamey's AWP and Incendiary bouncing deep towards Dupree's corner. Oh, early advantage for NaVi. Quickly lost as Device pulls the trigger. Flamey found. Boomich getting his 3rd frag onto Device. The trades do continue to favor NaVi in this instance. Simple, relatively alone and isolated on an island towards long. You'll see how much responsibility he's been given there. Electronic, though, to hold his backside. And that's a luxury they have now, given the fact they have that numbers advantage. But should have Astralis have grouped, they would be attacking a site with a favorable advantage.
Still have a lot of utility here for a B execute. We can get the Heaven Smoke coming on through. We can get Molotovs towards Barrel, over towards the pit as well. Even locking off towards Perfecto's position down there towards CT spawn. So they've dropped the smoke, hoping to force out a bit of a rotation, and now they're looking for a boost. So nobody at the moment towards Barrels or the pillar. But that jump spot, that is mad from Glaive.
All right, mate. All right, Glaive. Well, at least he confirms where 1 is. It also reveals there's 2 of them there. Now with 20 seconds, they're going to have to just opt through Monster. The rotation's coming in. This is going to require some mad heroics from Astralis. 12 seconds. They should get the bomb down, though. dupreeh babysitting. He's caught Simple, trying to knock him off the plant. It's good chance from Boomich. Not going to connect. ESC is onto one. Quickly, a chance presents itself for glaive, and he does pluck the head off of Boomich, but 1-1. It's dupreeh versus Electronic for a potential 11th, a crucial 4th required. Fakes it out. And dupreeh meets his demise. Electronic pulling that 4th, a necessary 4th, across the line.
There's the 4. There's the 4 rounds we were talking about. So 5, and then maybe we can write a fairy tale, as Electronic will save an AWP and carry that through. If they want to opt for the double AWP setup, Flamey will have to go glass cannon. And on the other side of things, well, Astralis, their bank has been sitting pretty throughout this game, so there should be no dramas for them with another plant coming on down and all the damage they're doing with all these kills to get the buy. And we can see that there, AKs, they've even upgraded pistols. Look at this. These guys are working with sidearms, whereas Flamey hasn't gone for that secondary AWP. Thought that the rifle and utility with armor is a little bit more important. Defuse kits on Electronic and Perfecto again, and away we go into round number 15. No AWP this time for Astralis, will just be the 5 AKs. Perfecto tucking in towards Monster yet again. He's done this several times in Astralis. Guess where they're heading? Back towards B.
The monsters of this map look more like Astralis than anything else. Perfecto is on the other side. Boomich goes walkabouts. This is a different look. They've got information and they might have some sort of map position to play with this, but Astralis hit the brakes. A second to pause for thought, and now Glaive's in trouble. Knife out. That's dead. Glaive down. Suddenly we've got to look towards the side because already dupreeh succeeded against Perfecto.
He's very threatening, isn't he? He's had a great pro league, dupreeh. Does seem like ESC arrival in the roster has bred new passion, new hunger in one of the Denmark's sharpest fraggers. Good nade damage, Simple chipped away at, and to finish the job was devised, but Boomich and Simple hitting shots, and that just does 2. Simple tagged, he can't frag him, tucking back in, cover is his best friend, time is his best friend, trying to rot the clock, spray is good, Boomich tagged.
No kit.
No kit, you're bang on, this is where things get awkward. Even more so now. It's an 11-4 half, folks. The 5th map, the reverse sweep. It's all looking possible. Flamey all having their moments, but at this point in time, those moments have been few and far between in our final map. Stark contrast to that of the individuals of Astralis.
Astralis pistol looks very heroic-esque with that little boost they had going up there. And they're pushing forward.
Don't say that too loudly, Chad.
That's why I said it.
Flamey looking for a headshot, won't find it. Magiska's drawn blood.
Look, we said it about Train. This is a different scenario. But NaVi can, step by step. But again, it has to be pistols. It has to do everything right. That's not bad. Simple's pistol rounds have been exemplary. He has led the way by large margins. Oh, but Device takes down the Danger Man. That's your big threat now removed.
Yeah, should be all good in the hood now. Bomb down, though. It's ESC that's taken his time. He's really cautious about the potential for a late lurk. Device has the kit, had the kit. Boomich puts it on the floor as well as Device.
Ooh.
Pushing. They actually want to push. And it's going to work out. Another potentially, yeah, Magiska's gone. That's double kill for Boomich. Only ESC, who's been taking his sweet time. He's not really got a chance now. And he realizes it. Backing away, doesn't want to give the extra kill reward as well as preserving his Kevlar vest.
Yeah, has 100 points left in that Kevlar, so we'll be able to upgrade to head armor for a little bit cheaper if he desires. As NaVi, this is the story that we were talking about. This is where it could become possible. Now, they need to convert against the force bite of Astralis. If NaVi do that, take away the lion's share of the upgraded pistols and weaponry, convert against the eco, I guess we'll call it, and then the first gun round, the game is back on. But those are 3 hurdles that NaVi have to get over here consecutively and in clean fashion to start building a bit of a bank here on that T side. Very, very early stages, but we'll kick it off against the Force Buy, and that's where we're seeing Glaive go for this patented 5-7. He's been enjoying that on the Force Buys. Deagles for ESC and dupreeh. Device with the Scout on a map like Overpass. Can be very mobile, find a lot of tags, and an MP9 for Magisk.
Reverse sweeps in best of 5s.
Oh my god, the jumping accuracy. He's used it to perfection. That is nuts.
That's rare. It's rare to see that working out so well, but with an SMG, using the weapons advantage to his. That's lovely stuff from Magisk, jumping up and connecting the dots. Flamey's 16th death is one he will not forget in a hurry. not needing a third man for the triple boost if you're jumping for the frag.
Apparently not. That is quite something, isn't it? Now, we do have the two players on towards this side of the map, at least. We still have dupreeh here, sat with the deagle, posted up, does have the head armor to boot, and device, obviously, on the scout. Now, if you continue that way, there'd be the two tasks you have to get past. What's left for NaVi is a fair whack of utility, but we don't want to leave this too late in the day if you're NaVi, looking at those flashes, mollies, smokes, and nades. But an aggressive stance from dupreeh, slowly retaking a touch of territory, maybe playing a little ahead of where they may expect. Oh, and device, he was considering backing away for a second, it looked like. Maybe just an adjustment now. With 30 seconds, information now found. Very light damage done towards dupreeh, but he knows where they are, and he's going to just try and buy time, be the biggest nuisance he can be, because rotations can now come in. You already have ESL on the way, but Boomich, bullet to the belly, takes him down, and now it's simple on the site. ESL playing in the smoke, Lear's out, unable to convert. Now, 14 seconds, bomb plant, job done.
Well, the thing is, Boomich was the one planning, and Glaive had a nade. And with how close that got, I don't know if Glaive heard the plant going on down, but if he did lob that out, it could have gotten very, very interesting. Now, the lion's share of guns has been taken away from Astralis. It will just be this 5-7 carried on through into the next round. So at most, the Astralis players will upgrade into something like a, P250. Now, NaVi, they've taken everything away here. And that means that this one right now is a gimme. They have to convert round number 18. Astralis, unfortunately, even after this fantastic opening from Vegas, I love this. It's like he's gone to Cirque du Soleil here and he's just learned a couple of new tricks. This is great. Obviously, we see the triple boost traditionally coming in from this position, but using that jumping accuracy of the MP9 to its full advantage there. So Magus will upgrade. He's gone into a deagle. Everybody else down to those USPs. Again, NaVi rocking 2 Galils, an AK, and 2 Mac-10s. Lots of T's ahead of Electronic here. Flashed on up. Only gets the 1.
Yeah, it's a Galil lying idle, but seems like Flamey's going to be finding more than enough, as will Perfecto's wiggly Mac-10.
Ah, yes, the wiggly version.
Yeah, he picked it up at the Wiggly store. Everything's just a bit wigglier.
And simple, being annoyed by a small fly around his room. He just swats it away. Ooh. No parting gift. 7 to 11.
He's dead.
The double tap.
7 to 11. Double Mac-10, and it does seem like, despite the lead Astralis accrued in the first half, they're opting to keep hold of those. There is 4 helmets in play. Ah, okay.
There's 1 upgrade.
Yeah, I was going to question the legitimacy of a double Mac-10 when you're at a disadvantage, but...
If they wanted to go fast, you know, maybe we could make an argument right there. But you're right, when the stakes are so high here, and this is the first gun round, if you take this off of Astralis, they're going to be down to that $3,400 loss bonus. You want to obliterate them here. You want to take away every single Astralis rifle. Do not let them save if you even win the round.
Huh. That nade thrown out to try and aid Glaive.
Oh, it's fast.
He does spot him, catches a glimpse of the barrel and punishes another. Device, 22. dupreeh and Electronic about to have a bit of a mother's meeting. Long, a one-on-one. I don't know if he cut noise early enough. I feel like dupreeh's cognizant.
But he's moving around a lot, isn't he?
I think, yeah. Like, he's assuming there's one toilet. He's made the call. Oh, and the tightest of lines successfully working out for ESL. Nade onto Simple's nose. Double, in fact, but he's looking for the AK upgrade, and he'll be given it. They're very spread out, very strung out across this map. If Electronic was to find an opener here, that could be the way in, but a couple of shots and a Molotov, not really selling that in terms of a fake. Maybe a Perfecto commitment as well. A smoke certainly will help.
Oh my god.
Bloody hell is going on here?
I think it's because they spotted Device over towards long passive with the AWP. They thought it was going to be...
Ooh. Okay, they're all right.
Magis may not be ready for this. Of course he is.
Flank as well.
Is being flanked, and with an aid in his hand, he goes down. Astralis 4 rounds away from being crowned your ESL Pro League champs.
Okay, so they can buy. Simple will bring out the AWP if he would like. Weapons are being dropped across. And this was the opener right here. I actually thought Flamey had done Device in there. I thought he got across before he was able to really train on in on that position, but getting the better of him. And that was, well, where it started to unravel for NaVi. Purchase has come on out. AKs for everybody, AWP for Simple. This is a potent buy. Money still not fantastic for Astralis as they've only had the 1 round win. They had to reinvest in a lot of utility. Great flash early will force Device back. Oh, Flamey could be in trouble. Magus not going to catch him here. And once again, these type of boosts, these connector plays or playing your setups over towards A, they are on a timer. Eventually, you will have to drop back so you don't get overwhelmed from a lot of different angles. And it is just electronic to do that. So Device postured forward here. Same situation. Can only stand and wait for so long as Perfecto now coming up through connector. He's about to get in a bit of trouble.
2 angles with 2.
Ugh.
This is horrible on both sides. Should we just forget it and move on?
Yeah.
Cool. Your turn casting, Alex.
Thanks. Let's move on. Electronic, lucky to be alive, but a crucial component in the NaVi T side lives on. Device with a lot of pressure on him. It's the double Ds holding A. Smoke towards the toilets, banana. And it is Boomich with quite the phenomenal entry to win that duel. It pulls the incendiary out. A missed shot from Device. It's a tag, but he could be caught by the Perfecto push here. He's doing his best to back off. So much for Magix to do here, and he's actually opting for the flash retreat, repositioning around it, does delay and maybe isolate. He doesn't catch the glimpse of the tip of Boomich's head. It was right there. Oof. And now he's slipped off. This is getting sketchy. Maybe dupreeh joining the fray just in the nick of time can deny that plant. It's on Simple. He has to plant. There's 4 of them.
15 seconds. This is getting horribly late in the day, but they're trying to save Simple on this plant. There you go. He's got it down now, Device. Oh. Okay, shotgun to hand, question mark. Still trying to make it stick, does die to Flamey, but NaVi putting together a couple of pieces now. So
take a look now at the money situation going on for Astralis here. Coming into this round, Glaive has 5.3, we've got 4.6 on Device. Deagle bought by dupreeh, so he had 4.7 before purchasing that. It's not enough for them to go for a full buy situation, and well, Astralis, they didn't play it by the book over there on train with those aggressive plays. But here on Overpass, with that lead that they still maintain, 12-8 now, they have opted to go for just a partial investment. Could even look at getting a scout rifle out. The loss bonus does allow that type of a buy, but it will just be pistols across the board, utility, Kevlar for Glaive, and aggressive this time. It's a missed smoke.
Could have become more of a problem, but all dangers found and eliminated. Magix and Device now the only 2 still standing. Deagles to hand, no armor to supplement. And not much of a chance with Boomich controlling the area he does, and Device again trying to find maybe an opportune moment, but none being particularly given.
Yeah, so another round here on the board for NaVi. Only 3 rounds. The gap here is, see, this is the story I was painting. This is the one, the 11-4 Zonic said it. Yeah,
a deceptive scoreline, and you're bang on. This is what happens when you win the first gun round, then lose the second, then of course forced into the third. 9 on the board already for NaVi. This is when things can get absolutely competitive. It did seem like Astralis were about to do a bit of a speed run in our final map, and grateful from that NaVi's T side can hang. Whether or not they can actually continue to accrue rounds here, though, it remains to be seen. I am interested to see if they get a little bit new look. It does seem like Device is going long side. May see some aggression towards the playground peak. He's put himself up on the box instead. Could definitely find at least one. But there is a timer on this. He has no info toilets, so at some point he is going to have to fall back into the site.
A matter of when will come into question pretty soon.
That flash might be
that surely would make him paranoid, right? You've got to feel like, okay, well now there's a molly to follow. Yes. But rather than backing away, he goes for a look, and what he finds is electronic on the other side. That is a big piece of the Astralis puzzle now just thrown off the board. dupreeh trying to maybe pick up the pieces.
Simple's watching this.
But what if he overdoes it? It's going to be Simple on the other side. Electronic could see this too. A little bit of a flash in. dupreeh catches it, eats it, gobbles it up. And now Glaive and ESC split apart, 1 on each site. Simple in one direction, having a little bit of look through, but it's Boomich with the bomb.
Very
spotted.
Nice. Really like that flash peek.
Oh, smart stuff from Simple there. Nice. Throwing that AWP away means if Glaive tries to save, he cannot get that AWP.
Maybe they don't even want to save. Maybe they want to win. Boomich is pivoting back to the other side, but that's exactly where Glaive's gone to dig his heels into. Bomb sliding down the ramp, and Simple taking that bomb long. No, opting to join Boomich. Glaive with a lot to do here in a very short space
one by one.
time.
25 seconds. Oh, Glaive just backed away because of Perfecto's success.
Oh, that is
wow.
Crucial round. He does find the frag now, of course, aware that there's a potential push all the way up on the retake. He's got a flash out. He's not ready for this. And Boomich collects. All right, NaVi, the fakey boys. but they got it.
Oh dear. So once again, Astralis will have to opt for either a partial buy or an all-in. That right there, this on your screen, that's an alley-oop and a half right there. You love to see it. Looks like a slam dunk type play as NaVi are back in this game. They are poised to take round number 11 as the partial upgrade comes in once again. It's just the pistols. It's just a bit of utility. They're not working with a lot. Glaive's actually dropped across the Deagle. Will be 3,400 in the next round. They're working with 3 HEs. Let's see where they go.
Well, that's a spot. Yeah, it's a tag. Gonna fall away from this, not able to get where he wanted potentially, even with that slightly weaker weapon. He does have dupreeh there and Device still quite close by, so maybe getting overly confident could cost life, and it does. Electronic falls and dupreeh, does he get away? Yes, no trade.
This might get interesting still. If Astralis steal away one of these, that's a huge round considering what this half looks like at the moment.
I love that pendulum swing on the stack almost. You kind of go quite heftily towards the fountain, and upon the pick, you then lean right back in towards B.
Just retracing the steps that potentially taken by those CTs.
They're still holding on to 2 smokes. There's a minute left. So note the timing of when these smokes get dropped. Right now, 4 players on the B side of things, as we can see NaVi heading towards A, but a classic NaVi timeout crumble. We're due one of them. This could be that round.
Just pistols and armor. dupreeh right to be paranoid. He knows his left is vulnerable. And that was the fight he was waiting for. Perfecto relieves the pressure. An exhale collaboratively spreads amongst the NaVi roster. But now it is time for that plant. Boomich bringing the bomb in. Utility being dropped. ESL high flashes. Trying to buy time for them to push in. It is only pistols. And those pistols starting to sing the song of victory.
10 seconds. This is terrifying. While he's being messed around with, Boomich has the bomb. He's having to be so careful about this. Perfecto might have just saved the day. It's down to Device now. Round on the flank, Flame, he stops it. Jesus, this is too close. 11 to 12.
Wipe the sweat off your brow. That one, if that timing on that flank was a couple of seconds earlier and the bomb gets dropped, there's no time to plant. He can tuck away. He's too far away to be chased. That could have been everything here to lock down that side and make sure Electronic can't force you on back, because here he comes again.
He's been dastardly at doing it as well. So talented. Now they've propped dupreeh up in towards underpass. Now, whether or not he can evacuate that area is yet to be seen. Perfecto going to try and leap through this. dupreeh has to back away, but early information being garnered.
The nade actually opened the door for him there, so that was dupreeh opening the way for Perfecto.
Fast.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, flashes galore, Alex. They're already in.
Yeah, and already ESL has got a lot on his plate. They actually all pivot back around Monster Jail side. You can hear the steps. ESL, very predictable location. Electronic, not the same case for him. They don't have to rush this, but so much commitment from NaVi.
It's so deep in the site, yeah. Device just takes out Flamey, and once dupreeh comes around, that could be the closer. Electronic still finds placement, but I don't know where they go with this.
I mean, if Device misses this shot, ooh, it's smoked off, and Boomich spots him, so that bomb plant will not come easy. Electronic might want to try and take this fight just to force him off the fight. It is Magisk, the low HP player, closing that gap, calling the info. dupreeh has them locked on short.
Great flank here from dupreeh.
Yeah, his position alone. Magisk surely predicted to be on that box. Electronic never giving dupreeh what he wants. Reaction test from Electronic doesn't quite pass this time. Boomich in a 1v3, 20 seconds. And it's Device that finds Astralis' 13th. They break their silence. They break NaVi. 7 rounds so far on the T side posted by Natus Vincere. That's the second defensive round for Astralis. They are now 3 rounds away, separating them from your champions of Pro League. A lower bracket run. The upper bracket advantage, perhaps not enough for NaVi.
Yeah, it's wild. This Astralis lower bracket run to this point. Obviously, we don't get double elimination brackets in Counter-Strike, especially at the tier 1 level, often at all. I can't even remember the last one we had. So to see a team get knocked down to the lower bracket and then run the gauntlet, going through tests, each rung on the ladder, and now the final boss of NaVi, map advantage. It was a 2-0 so far to kick off the series, and now Astralis just 3 rounds away. What an effort.
but we've seen them stall. We've seen them have problems closing in the past on sides where it's very one-sided. An opportunity slipped through dupree's fingers, and now he's in a pretty tricky spot. He does manage to make it away, but he's not scot-free. Look at Party, look towards the other side of things. He's kind of in this, that's it. He can't really back away. He'd have to work out some real heroics. Perfecto's taking damage, but no one can bail him out. It's all on dupree to make something happen. He plays forward. Okay,
wow.
a
Very
1-for-1,
well.
very surprising. Maybe catching a bit of timing on the utility, but you'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely. Going 1-for-1 when your number was really known. Puts us into a 4v4 into that mid-round. 50 seconds. NaVi have not been falling foul to any clock shenanigans so far in this series. Certainly not to the same degree that they've been known for.
If Magus continues forward with his push right now on long, they might actually get the early rotation of Device over towards B. Oh, and ESL spotted them up. It's coming now. Surely the rotation from Device.
Bad smoke. Good spray. ESL holding down mouse one. It's Electronic that comes out on top. It's a 2-on-2. 4 players left and a crucial round of play. Simple and Electronic. What more could you ask for the NaVi duo to clutch up?
I mean, both sides basically having their top fraggers out right now. Majors can Device on the other side.
Oh!
That's a shot and a half. Electronic's going to be reeling after that, but simple. There's always a chance with this man, no matter the odds. No kit on the CT side, so timing is of the essence. Isolated. He missed. Simple missed the shot.
And they've got time.
Wow. Not the way that round could have gone down. Simple there. You never really see him miss a shot, especially an almost sitter like that one right there, and it slips through their fingers. NaVi with the plant can buy, but rounds going missing for them. Kind of reminds me back on Train when they fumbled that round to just the pistols of Astralis. This one obviously a different context and at a much more, I guess, important part of the game, especially 5th map here. Ooh, AK's back out, but this is the last-ditch attempt for NaVi.
Could be something quick. It does look that way. Simple throwing out his smoke. Flamey, Electronic, Perfecto, all about to burst out a monster. They gobble up a flash. That doesn't slow them down. Magisk, they're all playing passive on the side. They could really play an afterplan real quick here. Perfecto does go down, but so does Magisk. Glaive trying to contest. His bullets do damage. Electronics do lethal damage. Dunked on dupreeh. Device continuing to frag. This is getting sketchy. It's a 3-on-2 at this point. NaVi, they threw their bodies into the B site, and now desperately going for the plant. It does seem like the Astralis members a bit separate. Does mean that the afterplan positions can be taken. Flamey, I like his spot. Electronic dealing with the monster threat. Can pivot to short at a moment's notice.
Time ticks as the CTs once again closing in. I don't see a defuse get one down by Flamey. Speaking of, gonna get contact. It's Electronic to find one. And now the other two gonna find this hard to get back in towards Device. Bails them out and Glaive's there. I don't know if they're gonna get there quick enough, but they're gonna give it a damn good try. Device is on this. That is gonna be extraordinarily close. They've done it as well. That's how they get to 15. One more round is all they need for the reverse sweep.
I thought Device's T-side was impressive, and he's only gone and done it again here on the defense. Swapping out the AWP after finding one with it, gives it over to Glaive, two with it from that heaven position, then passing it off to Glaive, hitting the shot he had to on the retake, and half a second in the defuse. Astralis really are roaring with energy and smiles, and understandably so.
Look at this buy for NaVi, the last round of play. Mac-10, Deagles, Galil, Simple with the AWP, Electronic with the AK, but 4 rounds needed to take us to overtime, and Device, he's not backing down.
That's enough though. Warning shot spots Electronic on the walk up. No bomb spotted either, but he's heading to long.
Yeah, Device gonna peel away from this for now. A little bit of a spam, a little bit of back and forth. Perfecto and Boomich obviously a little less equipped than the others, but trying to find placement for this Glaive, making a nuisance of himself, spamming away. Perfecto does get the spot there on the jump, but a reaggress towards A, but together this time. Playing back through, they could definitely do some damage here. dupreeh posted up, he's got Device by his side, and the entirety of NaVi beginning that lean.
Yeah, and it's only against Deagles, Mac-10s, as well as those rifles. Perfecto might be the first victim here. Doesn't want to give them anything. dupreeh pushes forward, he's taking it by force. They're 4 frags away now. from lifting the trophy, albeit virtually. Simple still in the server, and an upgrade for Boomich. dupree's spurt of aggression, it might be coming again. Simple's holding the line, doesn't find anything just yet. Bomb retrieved, 30 seconds, not like this though. Put up a fight, now they will. Simple's gonna have to deploy some util, they have to make space, and they have to make it now. Flashes, anything they can, there's nothing from Astralis to hold them at bay, it will have to be bullets. Boomich, he's pushed up long and found device. It's down to Magisk, he needs to find a multi and he has. Bomb needs to go down, it's all on Simple. 10 seconds, a 1v2, a 1v1, he has time to plant. Could even find ESL clutching to save him, and ESL does it. The new addition, he's done it for Astralis. They complete the reverse sweep. NaVi out of the server as fast as they possibly can. He's not even allowed to defuse. 16-11.